Question of the day. When you are looking for an expansion to a game or a new addition to a game, are you looking for more of the same, or are you looking for complete transformations of what you loved in the first place into something else, right? Think of those expansions below that you love that are very much more of the same from what the original game is. I think of, Cosmic Encounter is good about this. It's more of the same, but then there are some expansions which totally change the game, and sometimes they fix it for the better or for the worse, right? Sometimes they get bloated and clunky. Sometimes they streamline it and make a process so beautiful that the game becomes that much better and it's a must play. Think a la Valhalla for Champions of Midgard, right? But today we're talking about a different kind of topic because Keyforge, it's a weird concept because no, it's not a deck builder. You do not get to build your decks. You get to pick one of the decks that you have, but they're pre-made and they are not meant to mix. They're unique. The one you have in your set and the one I have in my set, or the two I should say, are completely different, and they never, ever, ever will be the exact same. Now, they'll be close. There's only 200 something cards to pick from, but it's nice that there's that uniqueness. So what am I talking about? We're talking about the new Worlds Collide set for Keyforge. So it's more of a new set than an expansion. It's kind of a hard thing to really get that across to people because this game feels a lot more like a collectible card game, but it purchases more like a board game in the sense that you get the base set and you can buy other packs if you want. But to be competitive, you don't necessarily have to. And that's what's really fun. You can enjoy the decks that you have and dive into it. But enough about that. Let me just take a look at the set. A couple of things that come with this set. There are 2 new houses, which is nice. And just a few basic over-the-top things because, again, you've already seen my review on Keyforge. Keyforge, I'll tell you here and in the final thoughts, is a win. It is one of the most fun, simple card games to play. And I say simple, I don't mean that it's just, oh, we're done. It's not super, super deep. You're not worried about, like, what is this combo off this, and can I do this and this and this, and 6 turns later I need to pull this card out, I need to see. It's not super, super deep. You can teach this fairly easy, but it is a great game to learn how to master a game, if that makes any sense. So I love Keyforge on its own. So let's take a look at the new set, see what this comes with overall broad concepts, because again, I just have 2 decks over here, as well as some tokens and things like that. But what this set adds, and then as well as just more final thoughts on Keyforge in general. So let's take a look right now. So here's the Worlds Collide starter pack. Now the meat of the game, obviously you get some counters and tokens, including some Enrage and Ward tokens, but you also get these 2 nice mats, and I love the mats just because it shows off the new 2 factions, or the new 2 houses of the game. But you also have the spot for your keys to go, your identity card, your deck, your discard pile, your archives, as well as it shows where artifacts and battle lines go. And both of those obviously are featured. I love the way that looks. By the way, dinosaurs and armor, you can't beat that. Centurion armor for dinosaurs. You get the 2 new decks as well. I just wanted to show you the couple of decks that I've got here because they do feature these new factions. Now I've got the Reynara Passive Treehouse Explorer. I mean, aren't we all, to be fair? When have you ever aggressively explored a treehouse? But there's the list of cards that come with it. You can scan that if you want to and see what comes to mind. General Order 24, at the start of each player's turn, they must choose a creature they control and destroy each creature of the chosen creature's house. If that player has no other creatures in play, destroy General Order 24 instead. I just wanted to show you kind of some of these newer cards that you wouldn't have from the older set. So I'll leave them on screen for a second. If you want to pause and kind of read what some of these cards do, you can, since the set is relatively new. But just nice new stuff to have that, hasn't been there before, and just fun art. I just wanted to show you the new art looks great on these. I love that. I just love the fun stuff of this do not touch ever. It's a funny, it doesn't take itself too seriously. That's what I've always loved about Keyforge. It doesn't take itself too seriously, which is so key and so helpful when it comes to games like this. But again, these are the houses we've seen before, but love it. As well as this deck here. Let's pop it open as well and see what's in this one. I can't remember what this one's called either, but they play nicely. The way they combo is fun. So this is the Wary Og of the Arena. Of course it is. I mean, it's just you got to look out for the arena. But you have Saurians, and they're the other ones. There's the dinosaurs in Roman and Greek garb. It's so funny. It's just such a fun art style. So I know I've said that a bunch, but once you see these, I can't help but think of the Toy Story, toys that time forgot or whatever it was. But that's just, it's neat. So I'm going to show you these on here, see how they play. So you can kind of take a look and see if this is a style you want to shoot for when it comes to getting decks with these in them. Fun stuff. And I'll just quickly show through these because some of these cards, some of these houses, you've seen the house, but cards, not all of them you've seen. Or actually none of these I should say, but you know what I mean. So those are the 2 new decks that I got from the starter set. Now again, yours are obviously going to be different. So let me know in the comments below how you're liking this new set's cards, what your favorite cards and combos are in the older sets, and what really got you hooked into Keyforge. What was it about the game that made you say, yep, I'm in for that for the long run? So that is the new Worlds Collide set. First of all, dinosaurs in some awesome gear. I mean, garb. That just looks amazing. I love the art of this set. I love the new factions, the way they look. They look really, really good. I don't know if it's just the fact that they are, you know, sci-fi dinosaurs and the people with the really cool spacesuits, or if it's just Keyforge in general just has such a fun art style and simplicity on the cards and a simplicity and type of play. Well, I'm going to choose this house and then I'm going to play all the cards I want from that specific house out of my hand. I love the way Keyforge plays. So it is nice to get a couple new houses in this. So it's fun to see that there are only still, you know, a certain amount of houses in the game or in this set, but it's nice how they kind of pull cards from different areas and put them into this. So it's fun to see that. There aren't a ton of new concepts other than that, though. I mean, I think there were a couple other concepts as far as like the couple of tokens that you get that you can do certain things with. They're slipping my mind right now, but I showed them to you just a minute ago. There are those new tokens and things like that. But overall, it is more of the same with just more better stuff, new cards, all that sort of stuff. You're not getting these drastically different concepts that completely change the game. We're getting still into the game that we all love of Keyforge. So should you go out and pick Worlds Collide if you enjoy Keyforge? That is a no-brainer, 100% yes. Do you need the starter set? Well, not necessarily. If you're already into the game, you don't 100% have to get the starter set. This is more for people who are getting into the game at this point, unless you want more tokens and the newer mats. I do like having the mats that match the set that I'm playing with, and collecting those is not bad, not to mention the fact that you get 2 decks plus the value of all the other tokens and mats and all that sort of stuff with the new rule book in this. So really, it's silly not to if you're going to play the game and you really enjoy the game, because you do get the decks as well. So definitely go out and check out Worlds Collide. It is a fun set. I really like the way the new cards play. I like the way they look. I like the way combo with each other. Well, at least in the decks that I have, I should say. I like how it's done. I love the presentation of Keyforge. It's just a fun game. They do really well with this and making it feel still fresh and unique, even with the very limited amount of stuff that you're pulling from, if that makes any sense. Because again, you can't go out and deck build. You can't say, well, I like this card, I want to put it with this card and build some killer deck. You take what deck they built for you randomly, generically, whatever it is. I really want to know the algorithms and stuff that go into building a Keyforge deck, but I love Keyforge. I'm going to continue playing Keyforge. I'm going to continue playing all the new sets and stuff as they come out. But go check out Worlds Collide. Go get some of this set. Saw it at Target the other day, which is interesting. I know you can, support your friendly local game store, all that sort of stuff, but the stuff's all over the place. So go get it. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite houses are, what your favorite factions are, what your favorite cards are, and we'll keep this conversation rolling about Keyforge, Worlds Collide, the other set, all that sort of stuff. I'm Bryan Drake here on the Dice Tower. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram at Dice Tower Bryan. Watch the rest of our 250 plus videos down below in this playlist. And until next time, I'll see you.
Thanks so much for watching another Dice Tower video. If you enjoy our videos, subscribe to the channel for more fun, comprehensive board game coverage. Also, consider joining us at one of our events. Come to Dice Tower Retreat, a small, intimate gathering where gaming is king. Join us for Dice Tower Cruise, the largest board game cruise. Attend Dice Tower West in Las Vegas for gaming fun on the West Coast, or Dice Tower East in Orlando in sunny Florida. Dice Tower Conventions, the friendliest gaming conventions on Earth. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower.